Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Baz, WELDERFABBER, and today we're going to start this chapter at Howard Stott Demolition. Now check that out. So these guys obviously run a demolition company, and I'm going to show you their kit in a minute and the bits of jobs that they want WELDERFABBER to do for them. But this is his heli that he uses on a regular basis, and he's got a bike collection in here that him and his pal have fully restored as a newish Triumph. But all these here have all been restored like brand new by him and his mate. Now then, talk about benchmarks in life. This is serious. I mean, I've just had a good chat with him off camera and said to him, do you not come in here with a chair and sit back and think, I've made it in life? Because that's what I'd do if I had a collection like this. And something more modern like this GS. I wouldn't mind something like that myself. And it is actually for sale that he's going to sell it, he said, so I might talk some numbers with him. Because that is like a top specker BMW GS. But the heli is a belter, and I'm looking at the way he moves it in and out of the building. As you can see, that's like a little hand forklift, isn't it? But he's extended the frame there, which a mate of mine, Paddy at M&M Acquisitions, wants me to build him something to move his heli in and out, and that is absolutely bang on for what he needs. So I'm going to do a little video of that, send it to Paddy, and see what he thinks. And if he wants me to build him one of them, I'll build him one of them. No problem at all, because you can buy like little remote control things that go underneath the heli, that like lift the heli up, and then you've got remote control to move it in and out of the hangar. But that's a belter, that. Absolute belter. And I think he might be going to Hillhead this year, which is which I'll have been to Hillhead whilst this episode is out. Hillhead is actually next Wednesday, and I will be there on Wednesday with a lot of other YouTubers. So we'll go out into the yard and take a look at his machinery and yard. I've never seen anything like this for a demolition company. Spotless, and I mean spotless in every way. Machines, yard, offices, hangar. Obviously that's where he lands it. Beautiful scenery. Really, really nice guy. Had a right good chat for an hour, and every machine that comes in is spotless. Check this out. This is quite an old 936. I should have said not that old. This is a 2019. Spotless. Look at track frame on it for a demo company. And then we got the 956. That again, this is the older one. Again, spotless. So this is a 2015 model. We are going to replace the edge on this little skid steer here. We'll replace the moldboard and put another double edge, turnable edge on that for him. And look at that like easy stack conveyor there. It's 65 foot long. And he's come up with a genius idea, if you ask me, by putting a mag belt on it. So that'll be under the end of the belt of the crusher, and if the crusher misses bits off the mag belt, then that'll pick it up. And here we got an R400X. Now, as you know, I know these like the back of my hand. Blue Machinery will look after this for him. Again, mint condition for a crusher. As you know, you all know, I know everything about crushers. But we got a big boy up here. Cat 352. Now look at that bad boy. Look how big that is. And it has a spare boom and dipper that only takes about an hour to change over if needed. So they have got some like munchers and buckets and all kinds of other attachments that they want bits of welding jobs doing to. So yeah, I just thought I'd start a chapter here with another new customer. Very nice Jack, very nice guy, and I'm going to look forward to doing a lot more work for him. So whilst I'm here, I might as well mention this 936 is actually for sale. Like I say, spotless in every way, and I mean maintained like you've never seen a machine maintained. It's done 3,165 hours. So if you can see there on cam. And it's £80,000. Bargain. And that's with a Lenneth hitch. It's not very often in demolition that you see machines in such good condition like these are. So this 956 is for sale also. Like I said, mint ball. That's done 3,145 hours. So if anybody's interested in a couple of excavators that have had a good life, very good life, give these men a ring. And this comes with the Lenneth and the bucket. So that's an MST digging bucket. Look how tidy it is. You don't get any tidier than that for a machine of this age. Look at track frame. And that's 2015. So if you're interested in any of these two machines, like I said, give them a shout. Back in the workshop, lovely fellow, Howard. Now we've got another demo company in, Pete Marquis. And this is my pal's wagon Bazza. As you can see, you've got Baz on the red there. And all we're doing is going to straighten the ram guards up. The ram guards on both sides have took a bit of damage and need straightening up, and the sheet arm on the opposite side of the truck is all bent and twisted, so we're going to straighten that out. We have got a full shop of steel at the moment. We're really struggling for steel racks that are going to go on that wall there. And the new bandsaw is coming next week, which will be positioned in a similar spot to where that one is. Oh, and who's this who's just walked in?
Hey, how we doing?
The viewers have been asking where you've been. It's been busy out on site.
Busy in the background.
Busy in the background. Yeah, we're both busy in the background as well. We're just trying to get as much on camera as we can for you guys. So we've got a busy shop today. All the men are in. The only thing we're struggling with is sockets on the wall. We need some more electrical sockets in. That racking's great, having that racking, just being able to put stuff up out of the way. But we need a full steel rack on that wall there. all the way down. We've also got Travis in there, in the blue t-shirt. That is our my son's best mate, that. And he works at Baxi, and he's on an apprenticeship scheme there. And he's doing 3 years so far. And every Friday, he only does 4 days a week, so every Friday he's going to come and work for us. We've also got Tom Boyer in again there, 28 Fabricate. He's coming and going to do 6 days work for us whilst we're so busy. And there we got our Cal. We're trying to sort this wagon out. Me and Travis will be going out shortly to fit some steel work on site, so yeah, we'll go more into it when we get on site. Right, so we've just had a Kempi X3 MIG turn up from Brookside Welding Supplies on demo. And I just love the look of Kempi machines, I'll be honest with you. There's our X5, absolutely brilliant machines. Couldn't recommend them enough to anybody, yeah? So I'll just let Callum just give a quick, brief description of this new set.
So the X3 is essentially the X5 with no frills. You can't put your screensaver on it. There's no pulse, double pulse, Wise Steel, Wise Fusion, any of the Max processors, they're not there. It's for burning wire. 420 amps, it's got your gouging modes, it's just a wire burner.
But it's got a gouger as well.
Yeah.
Buzzing.
Yeah, 420 amp as well.
420 amp. And what's the duty cycle on it?
60% at 420 and 100 at 350.
That's enough for us.
Yeah, it's a beast.
That's plenty enough for us. So this week, I'm going to give this to Tom, 28 Fabricate, to put to the test and let him run it all week on the wash ramp. And then we'll give a review on it at the end of the week. Here we are at Bolton at another Crossman and Walsh job.
Yeah, lovely job there.
With Joel. I like your hair, Joel. It's good hair.
Cheers,
that,
pal, thanks.
Good colour, that, isn't it?
Yeah,
he's right.
I need one of these.
I need one of these as well. So we've just put this little goalpost section up here and that little back piece, as you can see there in the cam. What job is it, this, Joel?
Northolt. It's a 8-bed detached luxury home, along with cinema room, entertainment space up in the loft, probably similar size to a 5-a-side football pitch.
Is it?
There's Big Dan there, the counterpart. There's Mr. Walsh himself.
I'm just getting him in cam there. Look at him.
You'll have to zoom out to get him in. But yeah, hopefully have all the brickwork up for the back end of summer and then onto the internals for winter.
Belting job.
Yeah.
So now you want me to do some more steels up at the other?
Yep, over at Knowles Farm. Get up there, bit of fabbing. Get the welding kit out.
How much is it to do?
Stir well and then a couple of lintels to weld up.
Right, so it's just took us about an hour and a half, hasn't it?
Yeah, flew up.
an hour and a half to put them through.
Put it down to preparation at Forks driver.
Yeah, the forklift drivers, the one in it. So we just buttoned that down, and we'll put tools away in a minute. Travis there is just checking the bolts are all tight, and then we'll head over to the next job, another steel erecting job. So here we are at the second site for Crossman and Walsh in Bolton. This is the one that we've been to on a previous chapter. We're just getting geared up now, getting all the gear out of the van. Got the MIG welder up there, gas up there, got some beams to notch and weld. So if you can remember, you might have seen it in a previous chapter. If you've not, it's about 3 or 4 chapters back. This house, massive. Look at the size of it. That's with the that's an open garden area down there, and a swimming pool in there. With awesome views around. So I'll just take you upstairs and show you what we got to do. So we've got to put a steel in here. You can see from there onto this padstone here, and from that beam we've got to go to that padstone there. We've got some box sections to weld in there where Trav is, and another steel to put in there. So these are all too long, we'll cut them down, notch them and weld them in with the Warrior. So I'll best get my overalls on because I'm doing the welding today, as Callum's in the workshop and Travis is my helper today. Steels are in. Straightforward enough. Cut, notch, weld onto padstones. Put a brick post in. Let's just have a little walk around this property here. See what these brickies are all about. Pop them on. You don't get any better than these boys, I'm telling you now. Anyone looking for a luxurious home, these are your men. Especially that one here.
Oh, look at them guns!
So that just took us a couple of hours to bang them in there now. And we'll get back to the yard. Look at that. That's going to be a garden, that. And underneath there is a swimming pool. Can't wait to see this when it's finished. When it is finished, I'll bring the cameras up to show you all. Back in the workshop, see what the boys are up to. We've got a Hyperfirm 105 on demo going out to a job. This is like with little goods inwards, if you will. They're going out down to London, them planters, the beach all joinery. And this is the wash ramp for Crown aggregates, starting to go together now. I'll be interested to see how this performs over the next week. I'm pretty sure it'll be good though. So we can build these, all these frames on the bench, weld them all up before we put them together. Like before we put everything together before we welded it, didn't we? So now we can make 4 big beams with all the gusset plates and box sections in, weld them up before we actually put them together. We can then put the legs together on the bench. So we'll build the legs on the bench and weld the base plates on. And I'm also putting some gusset plates to the legs, as I will show you over the next few days. I don't know who this kid is. Who's this kid?
I don't know.
What's your name?
David Murphy.
And what's Rick got?
New signs at the workshop.
New signs.
What's it say?
This is Rick. Rick Wright used to work for me many years ago, didn't you, lad?
Yeah.
Huh?
2003, 2009.
2003 to 2009, you worked for me? Wow.
When the big crash happened, when it all went
Yeah.
under, that's when the last
Yeah.
And I've not been doing this until about 6 months ago. So since I stopped working for you,
Yeah.
I went doing other things, and I've come back doing this now for
Back
Dan.
with it, and we're all together again.
Yeah,
Bad
again.
in it, eh? Bad in it. So yeah, Rick used to work for us years ago, and he is our Dan's number 2. He mainly works out on site, but our Dan is very, very health and safety conscious. So he's getting all the procedures and signs and everything in place, and also sorting all the insurances out, etc. Because we have found it quite hard to get insurance running 2 companies out of one building, but we managed to get there in the end. So I'll just give you a little update where we're up to in the shop. All this red painted steelwork is going to Hull to act as a support to a concrete wall. You know them concrete blocks that you get? Well, they're building a concrete wall out of blocks, and then this is like a bit of a protection for it that sits behind it to stop the blocks from falling over. Joe, just show us that drawing again, will you? Just show us that drawing again for this job. So this is Joe, one of our dance fabbers. That's it, that 3D model there. So all the concrete blocks will be sat on this side. So it just acts as a protect to stop the block from falling over here. And they're the fab drawings that our Dan produces. So we will get done for the next wash ramp, which will be galvanised, the one down in Bristol. As you can see, we're making it in sections now, so we can just turn and weld. We have a time lapse set up on this. We've got 28 fab there. And today, we got a new apprentice called Sam Critchley. You alright, bud?
Yeah, you.
So you're our first apprentice.
Yeah.
So have you been watching the channel?
Yeah, I watched a few of your videos. Been involved in fabrication because of my dad in motorsports since I was like 4. So yeah, I've seen your channel and like what you do. So I thought, why not?
Give it a shot.
Yeah.
So he's only 16, so he's got a lot to learn. We're going to start him from the ground up and hopefully make a good lad out of him. But usually stock car lads who build their own stock cars, usually pretty good lads really from day one. So I'm hoping big things from you, yeah?
Yeah, sounds good.
Well,
Yep.
you might get a few bad jobs at first, but that's how it is when you start out.
Yeah, that's how it is an apprentice,
But
isn't it?
you left school,
Yep.
you come straight into work. That's exactly what I did. And then got an apprentice scheme once I was in the company, where I started. And that's what we'll do for Sam here, if that's what you want to do.
Yep.
Which I'd recommend doing, by the way. I'd recommend going to college, getting them level 1, 2 and 3 in welding, and then progressing from there, yeah? So we can sort all that out for you.
Yep, sounds good.
Alright, so what Sammy's actually on with today is this little bucket that's come in. We're just going to show him the ropes with a bucket, cutting it apart and putting a new floor in it. So I'm basically going to try and let him do the whole process. Callum, obviously workshop manager, he's going to go through everything with him and order the steel. And I think, will you be capable of welding that up, Sam, do you think? Do you reckon you'll be capable of welding it up?
Yeah.
Yeah?
100%,
Yeah?
Yeah, sounds good.
Right, that's what I want to hear. Alright, so we'll I'll probably get the bits in for tomorrow for this, and then we'll get him on gun tomorrow. Other than that, Cal, put him on a bit of welding and see where he's at, yeah? Yeah, I mean, he could have welded all them. Cal came in Saturday and did up legs. But it is Hillhead this week, and Callum's pushing to go, but I don't reckon he's going to have time. But we'll see. You'll see how far he gets on with this job, and maybe go to Hillhead. We'll see. I'm definitely going because I've got to go and I've got some business to attend to there. So whether Cal will go or not, I don't know. But if he doesn't go, I know he'll be sulking. So we'll see what we can do. All right, good. Fabricate. So if you remember on the last wash ramp, we welded all these in the vertical position, didn't we? All these were welded in the vertical position. Now we'll weld everything in the flat position and just keep turning it over and over. Dan buys most of his steel painted in, welds all the end plates on, then just touches up. Saves spraying in the workshop. And he's nicking my trailer again. But it don't matter to me, he's my brother, and what's mine is his. How we doing? What are you saying, boy?
No,
Where's all this going?
Blackpool, mezzanine floor job.
Oh, Blackpool, I thought this was Hull. Right, let's go to Blackpool.
No, Blackpool, everything's already down in Hull.
Is it?
Yeah, we just need to organise the wagon to get this picked up probably Tuesday, Wednesday, I think.
Right, I'll make some calls now and try and sort the wagon out, yeah?
Yeah, Saturday, sound.
So another update for you where we're up to with the wash ramp. We have got a little Sabre 100 here in on demo off Phil Weeks. Brilliant little kit for being in the workshop. I've not pried it off the generators yet. But for in the workshop it's bang on. Cal, so what's it like running that?
Oh, it's mint.
Proper?
Yeah, it's mint.
Yeah. So the big test will be on the generators, which is mainly what we want to use it for. But it's just done a nice clean cut there. This is the last frame to be built for the wash ramp. These are the other two that they've done yesterday. And this is the third one. So we will have that all together today, tacked up. I will show you shortly by the end of the day. We have got a time lapse set up at the bottom of the office over there. Time lapsing all this. We've got the bucket cut apart and the parts ordered for that. So new floor, new sides, new wear strips, and new teeth, and one adapter is going on that bucket. So that's quite a straightforward job. DTM job's flying out. I've just got the lads moving a bit of steel outside at the moment because it's getting in the way. As you can see outside, we'll go outside in a second. We'll get all the steel outside. We've got S&G coming tomorrow, Greg Pinder, S&G, to come and move the steel, transport it to Hull for us. Oh, look who's turned up, Baxenden Car Breakers. There's our Cal's van. I'll just show you 28 Fabricate. He's just had his van sticker up yesterday, so I used our sticker guy to get the back end of his van sticker up. Look. I love that name, 28 Fabricate. Good kid. Good kid is our Tom. We're doing plenty more work with us. Fella Blue. Defender. So I want as much steel. Lads, have you got any gloves? Get some gloves on, yeah. So we'll get all this out and stacked, ready for loading. Alright, James? Alright, mate?
Yeah, nice to see you.
Alright, bud.
Right, there it is.
There's the ram. So on the last chapter, we was up at Baxenden, weren't we, looking at this. And now then, this ram has got a 120mm rod in it, and it's measuring at 2,550 centre to centre on the pin centres from eye to eye, if you don't know what I'm talking about. So from the centre of there to the centre of the damaged eye, 2,550. Now that's an 120mm rod. I'm pretty sure there's somebody out there that'll have one of these on the shelf somewhere that needs, that's spare, and it might be a cheaper option than us repairing this for James.
Save a lot of work on it, finding one.
Yeah, save a lot of work. I mean, we can repair this no problem, but I'm just thinking save him a few quid going along the way. You know what I mean? It is an old machine. You might be able to put a different ram in it out of another machine. Do you know what I mean? It all depends on what is out there kicking about. Now, I know that a lot of my followers do stock a lot of parts like this because they're always coming at me saying, oh, I've got one of them, I've got one of them. Well, now this is your opportunity to come at me, yeah? I've just put a shout out on Instagram, so we'll see what comes back today. Other than that, we'll just repair it for him, and the way to repair it is to make the new eye. That's the damaged eye there. We're having the ram out now. We've got the bearing dimensions. We can get the numbers off that bearing just to copy that bearing in the new eye that goes on the end of the rod. Pretty straightforward, nothing big about it, but there is a bit of value in the bearing, in that lump of metal that we need to cut, and in getting it machined. Alright, we've also got to check the rod, but we're pretty sure the rod's straight at this moment in time, so, but when we pull it out we'll know more about that. Alright, we might just put some new seals in the end of the gland here, and away we go, get it back to James. But hopefully we might not need to go down that road, we might find one.
Hopefully. I'd have one as a spare, to be fair.
Would you?
Yeah.
Right, so even if we could get it repaired, well...
Yeah. If they can find one, I'll definitely buy it.
Yeah,
And then, well, we'll just see how we get on with that, see how bad it is.
So you guys knows what I'm going to do with that now. This is going to go to my little Indian father. I might just pull the rod out for him. I'll give him a ring, see what he wants to do. But Arvin can machine that end, no problem at all. Alright, and then we'll get it back to James as soon as possible.
Back on baling.
Back on baling.
I'm doing half bales. I'm baling with one ram at the moment.
Yeah?
I mean, it is doing it, but
Yeah.
not as good with two.
Do you want to have a take a look in our workshop?
Yeah, am I ready to record, yeah?
Yeah, of course you can.
Right, yeah, come on.
So James, this is his first time down here, and we'll just show him in the new unit. What's your first thoughts?
It looks bigger in person than on the video, 100%.
Looks bigger in person.
Yeah, a nice industrial estate coming in.
Yeah.
Seems a lot going on.
This is a big thing to us as kids. We used to play down
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Kids,
Well,
you
you
know what
said I've seen your videos, and honestly, this is probably the best thing you've ever done.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I think you'd be booming, yeah, 100%.
So we're just having a bit of a sort out here now, getting all this painted steel outside because that's getting collected tomorrow, and the lads are just finishing off the last frame.
What's all that for?
That steel there, the painted steel.
Yeah, but what's it actually for? Like, is that like a?
These are a wash ramp here.
Oh, wash ramp, right?
this
Oh,
one-
so you've done another one.
This is the second one.
Right, bloody hell.
This is the one that's going to Coventry,
Right.
the Crown Aggregate.
Yeah.
So this is longer. It's about 6 metres longer than the original that we made at Miller's, and 200mm wider. Do you know what I mean? So, but what we'll do, we'll add that together today, up in the air with the legs underneath it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We have a lot of steel in for other jobs there. They're coming in.
Yeah.
And I've just received an order today for an inspection pit over in Blackpool Way, which I'll go into more detail with you guys when I go and see the customer, but he has placed the order, and we'll start ordering material for that next week.
You're busy there, aren't you?
Busy mate.
Yeah.
Busy mate. And all the work comes from social.
Yeah, well that's it, that's the best way.
All the work,
Literally.
yeah, all my work comes from social media. So if there's any good kids out there that know what they're doing, get on social media, or should I say basically if you're good at your job, put it out there for people to see, because if you're not doing, there's lots and lots of fabricators out there like me, better than us, that just don't put it on camera. Yeah, I mean we've got little Sam over there, right, who's only 16. Cal, one sec. We've got little Sam over here who's only 16, and his dad sent me a little video of him welding at 4 years old last night. I'll try and get that little video in this episode. So I'm expecting big things from him, and it is Hillhead tomorrow, and I'm going to take all the lads with me to Hillhead, other than Dan's lads, just my lads, yeah. And because we do get work from shows like that, all right. Like the job for DMJ drainage that came from Scott Plant. Now that is a big job for us at Scott Plant. All right, so I'll just have a chat with James off cam, and we'll get that ram sorted for him. That's the ram offloaded. Also, that is slightly bent there. So what I might do, I might just bore them bosses out, and put a sleeve in. We'll get it on a horizontal borer for it. put a sleeve in so that pin is bang on right size. What could have happened, that pin could have crept out a little bit, as you can see that bend there, and it could have twisted the eye on the end of the rod. Although it's got a spherical bearing in it, it still could have gone a little bit too far, causing that to crack and then eventually fail. Alright, so we'll make it right for him anyway, like we always do. And just before he leaves, we'll just say goodbye. Alright, mate. Nice one for that.
Cheers, Baz.
I'll sort it for you as soon as I can, and try and get you a price.
Yeah. Yeah, just let me know, yeah.
Alright, and then we'll do a speedy job for you.
That's what we like.
Alright, bud.
Cheers, Baz.
Cheers,
Take
mate.
it easy.
Cheers. Here we are at AJS Engineering in Bolton, my little Indian father, like I keep saying. So there's the bearing size there, the spherical bearing size of what we need in this new eye. We're not convinced that the rod's not bent yet until we pull it out of the cylinder. But we are going to do exactly what I said before. Make the new eye with a thread on it that will screw into the end of that rod there. So basically pull the rod out of the cylinder, put it in the lathe, drill and tap it, and then you'll thread that eye in there. That will be counterboard to sit that bearing in. Can you see that little light? There's a counterboard at the bottom of that there, with a circlip at the top. Basically the same as that end there. It is. So James did only drop this off an hour ago, and we've got it over at Arvin's. Can you see him there? Little Arvin there. I've just had some really bad news about one of my pals, one of our good pals. I'm not just going to mention his name just yet, but put a bit of a downer on the situation, because he's a really, really good friend, and he's in a very bad way. So I'll speak to him and see if I can go into a bit more detail with it. But anyway, work needs to continue. This is the opposite end that goes onto the eye there, and what we're going to do there, we're going to put that on a horizontal borer, because that pin won't go back into that there. Can you see? As it is bent there, they've obviously tried straightening that back up with some heat to get that pin back in. Now then, what we'll do, we'll just put that on a horizontal borer and sleeve it. So you'll basically, if one of them bosses is slightly out, it doesn't really matter. We'll put the borer on it and get it nice and plumb and sleeve it, and reuse that pin. So yeah. All I will say is life is very short, and do what you want to do whenever you want to do it. That's all I'm going to say. assures you that kids starting from a young age become really good lads. You know, I can't tell parents enough to get your kids involved in welding, because there's none about, and the rates are going to start going through the roof. And if you're not paying your lads good money, then you're going to end up losing them pretty soon, because a lot of people are going to start paying good money. I don't know what our Dan's doing, walking around with a clipboard like, but must be doing something.
Big day tomorrow, bro.
Big day tomorrow?
Yeah.
Wow, what's the big day?
Well, we've got some welder quals and
Yeah.
we're having an audit.
We're having an audit
So-
tomorrow. Well, I'm not going to be here because I'm at Hillhead. He was supposed to come to Hillhead.
But double booked again.
Double booked, so he's going to miss the Hillhead show.
But I'll keep the place going. I'll keep the cogs turning. Don't worry.
He'll keep the cogs turning. He just said to me, Baz, I want to hire your welders. I said, you can't afford them, bro. I said, you can't afford them. He's just said how fast we've done this for him, and I said, you can't afford them. All right, so I will end this chapter here now, because we're going to Hillhead. So, like I always say, please like and subscribe if you do like it. If you don't, don't. Do you know? But it does help the channel grow if you do. And I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers and thanks for watching.